The, that news, I will see it. I will see it today. Yes, so. Of genocides, including small children. Very soon, I will make a press release. I will present how small children are among those that are killed. I will present the recent killings that Nigerian government don't want the world to know. They are saying that they are opposing my own government, exposing them. Okay, are they not exposing us to Fulani terrorists by refusing to come to our aid when we cry out? It's exposing us. Let them continue killing us. Then they turn their face as if nothing is happening. They come out like Reno Cree, or what is that his name? He came out and said there is no genocide like that in Nigeria. That man, I've opposed him already. He will never know peace down to the grave. The blood of people that have entered my brain, I transfer them, my head, to his life. He will not escape. I want all Nigerians to know the man will never escape. He has been doing devious life to different government. This time around, he has crossed his line. If I exist without seeing God crushing that man, then I'm a bastard. Because the blood of people that are being killed in the north, for him coming out, he has crossed the line. He's finished. The only hope for him that he will buy my heart. Let him repent. Let him repent. If Reno Amokari will repent, and those kind of officials that came out and denied there's no genocide, if they don't repent, oh no.
In support of America invading Nigeria.
100%.
Guns are blazing.
I said 100%. Since the government has refused to listen, and leaders are not even helping matters.
Wouldn't that affect the sovereignty of Nigeria?
Which
That's the question I'm asking.
Hold on. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are not telling you what to do, Abi. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are on the dining table with government, telling government what to do, and leaders are supporting it in Moses. That's even my annoyance. Why would anybody utter such words? These are things you should frown at. Who brought them into Nigeria? Was Nigeria like this in 1999? Moses, please be sincere to yourself. Who brought them into Nigeria? What are they doing here? Why are they not in Ghana? Why are they not in the Republic of Benin? Please, why are they not in South Africa? You can see, we forgot the genesis of our problem and we are blaming America. Let them come. If that will solve the problem. Since you people don't know what to do, let them come and help us. Look at now, as I'm talking to you now, almost 20 villages have been taken over in Plateau and Benue. Moses, who are those to occupy those villages? Are they Christians? The real indigenous of those states are now in IDP camp, and they are the farmers in Nigeria. Can you beat that?
You are in support of America invading Nigeria.
100%.
In 2014, don't forget, Dr. Abati, you have a situation where APC leaders took themselves from Nigeria, including late General Muhammadu Buhari, who was the then presumption candidate of the APC, and went to meet John Kerry, former Secretary of State, to the U.S. government, and laid down all of this. And you could see that the U.S. took all the things that they said to heart, and since then, the U.S. has been documenting everything that's been happening. And close to the 2015 election, John Kerry came to the country, and the U.S. tried to play an influence. Now, if we are reversing the situation, APC is now in government after having chased PDP out, and they are facing the same thing. So our politicians should know that it's not about political party or political actors. It's about the interests of the country, because tomorrow APC may not be in power, but the issue will continue. Political leaders should be meeting across the country on taming the monster of insecurity, reducing the religious rhetoric, and then, of course, reducing the ethnic rhetoric that's ongoing.
openly threatened military action against Nigeria, first in a post on social media and then in person while on board Air Force One with the members of the press. Let's take a listen.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria. And they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
This is my point on this. We can do talking points all we want to call out the hypocrisy of America. In fact, let me add to some of the talking points you put there in calling out the hypocrisy of America. Al-Sharaa, that is America's poster boy today, former proper Al-Qaeda terrorist, the president of Syria today, at some point said there's no place for Druze, Alawites, and Christians in Syria. Allegations of bombing and hurting of Christians. But today, America is making him his poster boy because they feel he's the one that will create stability in Syria. If you want, at the top of my, I can measure over 10, 15 countries that America, is it the days of Salvador Allende in the 60s, how America pulled out the government of Salvador Allende in Chile, and they ensured that Augusto Pinochet came in. What happened? Destruction and all of that. See, Nigeria is a sovereign nation.
Yes.
I don't believe in any nation coming in to solve your problem for you. Because for me, once you start that, it also weakens your idea of sovereignty. And there are international conventions against that. But that is not a pretext for killings to be happening for 15 years and we can't solve the problem. What is wrong with Nigerian government solving the problem? Majority of the budget, you funneled it to insecurity. You can't solve the problem. We keep seeing government officials taking pictures with bandits, endorsing them. We keep seeing political correlations with these bandits. We keep seeing, it's not in Zamfara State that two people were fighting, that they said they were looking for people that somebody, where they saw the person in the government was related to a former leader in that state. So we know this association. Why can't we stop this insecurity? We can call Trump's name, or we can call Trump all sorts of names. We can insult Trump and everything. The question is, the Trump lie, is there no killings in Nigeria? Yes, Muslims are being killed, Christians are being killed, Shokmono worshippers are being killed, Ayilala worshippers are being killed, Ifa, Shong, everybody worshippers are being killed. Should the killings be happening? Shouldn't Nigerians' life matter? Shouldn't President Tinubu that talked about the slaughtering of Christians, that was hounding Jonathan then, that Dr. Abazi confessed that they even traveled to America to go and report Jonathan then? Shouldn't he do the things he criticized Jonathan for? It's so easy to criticize. Now we are telling President Tinubu, do what you criticize Jonathan for. Stop these killings. It's not about rhetoric or anything. I just want killings to stop. See, there are a couple of foundations and NGOs that I work with that do work in IDP camp. Femi, at a point in this country, the first IDP camps I started hearing of was when Liberian refugees used to come here. Today, Nigerians are living in IDP camps in their own country due to this insecurity. And we are treating this with kid gloves, and we are trying to say, we are talking government narrative. Stop the killings, that's what we want.
So fix too much to ask for. I think is the biggest response from the Nigerian people. Yes, you might say, I mean, for those who have conspiracy theories around why Trump is now having a particular interest in Nigeria and designating it as a country of particular concern, and even to the extent of threatening military invasion. But the truth is that if I use the analysis or the illustration of the fox and the vine, if the hedge is broken, the fox can get to the vine. So they have a platform, an excuse, as it were, to come in. And unfortunately, the excuse is actually factual. It doesn't give America the right on whatever level. We've talked about the UN Charter and what it says about sovereignty of nations. But the truth is that as a people, and I said it before, we should be actually embarrassed that it's taken the Western world to tell us what we know is a problem, and what internally we have discussed a number of times. I think it's quite unfortunate that the reason why action is now being taken is because the West has come to tell us what our problem, what has been a problem for so long, and hopefully, and that's why some people were rejoicing on social media, because they're like, maybe finally a problem, it will now be a solution to the problem that has plagued Nigeria for so many years.
President Trump saying the now disgraced country. That's how he characterizes Nigeria. How are we a disgraced country? Nigeria is a country of great people. Even if we don't have anything, we have great human resource. We have individuals doing very well, even in the United States, and excelling everywhere. He says he wants to defend our cherished Christians in Nigeria. He has become the defender of the faith, along with Congressman Moore and Cole, and also Senator Ted Cruz. Now, the point that we need to make is that all lives in Nigeria matter. People have cited examples of how, Christians have been targeted and all of that. But if you ask Governor Zulum of Borno State, he will tell you that most of the people who have suffered from Boko Haram, or those President Trump referred to as Islamists, are Muslims. So the point should be that all lives in Nigeria matter. People have made the point about, resource, war, and all of that. And I say, no, that argument is a bit tenuous. America is not taking more fuel from Nigeria. America is not taking our gas from Nigeria LNG. Okay, maybe we have lithium and all of that. But, I think that argument is a cover-up. What we should insist upon is the sovereignty of Nigeria. And I think, and I repeat the point, that this is the time when we need adults in the room. I think one professor, was it Professor Bolaji Akinyemi, who warned President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to go and confront Donald Trump, as if he knew that we will get to this point. And that's why I say we need adults in the room. There shouldn't be all these small boys, around the place. No, the adults are there. We have President Obasanjo. We have President Jonathan, who once suffered in the hands of the Americans. We have General Babangida. We have Ambassador Anyauku. We have the younger generation, people like Ambassador Jokeshi. We have this human resource. President Tinubu should call them immediately. And then they put their eyes together. How do we address this issue? It's not something that some small boys will go and be getting emotional and be talking out of tone about subjects that they do not understand. And I think that this is the moment. I repeat the point that all of us have to come together to defend not the administration, but to defend Nigeria. This time does not call for partisanship. It's not about partisanship. It's about what we think of our country, because we cannot afford a religious war in this country. And the religious leaders should be called also to get involved. The Sultan of Sokoto, who is the leader of the Muslim faithful, Cardinal Francis Cardinal Nayeka is there, Bishop Matthew Kuka, Pastor, okay. Bishop Oyedepo. All these people can come together. All these religious leaders, they should come together and support the government and say, yes, we are Christian leaders. The objective in Nigeria is religious harmony. Donald Trump cannot be more Nigerian than Nigerians themselves.
Entitled How Nigeria Can Avoid U.S. Sanctions on the Killings. I have a few points. The first is that Christians, including myself, have seen a pattern of killings which strongly suggests that people are being killed for reasons related to their faith. There's no point denying that. Now, I was one of the brains behind the Christian Association of Nigerians in America in the United States around 2012, and I personally related with several of such Christians in the northern part of Nigeria especially, whose relatives have been killed because they were Christians. At least those were the words spoken to the victims by their murderers before killing them. Most of the times in the presence of their children and their wives. There are tons of examples like that. Let me show you one of those. See this video.
Say, it's okay. Are you a Christian? I say, yes, I'm a Christian. Say, Habila, why we are preaching the Islamic way of gospel to you, you refuse to accept Islam. And I told them that I am a Christian. I am a Christian. Say, Abila, you can deny your faith in order to be safe. I said, no, I am a Christian. Say, Abila, do you mean you are ready to die as a Christian? I say, yes, I am ready to die as a Christian. One of them trying to fire me. The leader stopped him. Say, Habila, you are a good man. We know your history. Habila, you have opportunity to live. Only if you can deny your faith. We can leave you, you can live. I say, no. I cannot deny my faith. I am a Christian. Say, Habila, I will give you last chance. Are you ready to die as a Christian? I say, yes, I'm ready to die as a Christian. Before I close my mouth, one of them fired me through my nose. This is the entering plate of the bullet, where the bullets enter through my nose. Yeah, this is the exit place of the bullet, where the bullets came out.
But it is also true that non-Christians, and more specifically, several Muslims have also been victims of these killings. Some accounts even say that there are more Muslim victims, as a matter of fact. So, the point is that both Christians and Muslims are victims of these egregious killings that is happening in our country and that's been going on for far too long. This is not a problem of today. We must say that. It's a problem that has been going on for at least more than a decade. Despicable killings in several parts of this country. Okay? And so, there are different reasons why people are being killed. And there are different motivations. So we shouldn't be frozen in an argument whether these are Christian killings or whether these are Muslim killings. What is important is these are Nigerians who are being killed on a continuous basis for no just cause. Therefore, we should try to work together, all Nigerians, both in government and those that are outside government. We should work together on how we can bring an end to this dastardly act of violence that is taking people's lives without a cause and rather wickedly. I concede that we need to play down the divisive rhetoric. We really don't need to be divided over this matter. Christians believe that there are people that are being killed among their community for their faith. There is evidence to back that. There's also evidence to back the fact that there are non-Christians who are also being killed. And so we can build a consensus around the fact that Nigerians are being killed. And in my mind, that is the first thing that the federal government ought to do, namely to rally all of us behind the fact that we must together do everything we can do to end these killings, regardless of the motivations behind those killings. Let me say that again. We have to act as a people and our government together to end all these killings, regardless of the motivations. These killings are wrongful acts, they are violent behaviors, and they are acts of wickedness in whatever shape or form. And all of us can agree on that. We can agree on the fact that these are very wicked actions by the fact that they are Nigerians that are being killed and that their lives are being treated with levity. And so the federal government should give the security agencies the matching orders to compel peace and end the violence all across the country. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should announce drastic measures in line with what, by the way, he seems to have started when he told the new service chiefs in the villa on Thursday that Nigerians won't take excuses anymore. Mr. President, you cannot be more right. Nigerians no longer want the excuse. And so, Mr. President, you should insist and you should give the security chiefs timelines to deliver. The federal government should end all the contradictory, conciliatory approaches with terrorists and bandits which give an impression that they are being treated with kid gloves. We can start by demanding that those who are among the terrorists and the bandits who want to put down their weapons and pursue peace can do so now. A timeline can be given them to do that. And after that, we should have an all-out onslaught against these purveyors of evil. If the federal government can set on this line of action, then all of us will join the chorus and ask the Americans to observe the changes in the way we are dealing with the killings. And as a matter of fact, tell the whole world that it has come to an end and we are ending it. This is the urgent task that the president should lead. And we can act now. The president can lead us. The security agencies can follow suit. The Nigerian people, whether Christians or Muslims, or regardless of age, status, or background, we can all come together and say enough is enough to these very wicked killings. And so this is how we can prevent any kind of diplomatic or punitive measures from the Americans or from anywhere in the world against us as a government and as a people. The Americans seem bent on taking some action. There are senators, there are congressmen, people in different spheres of life who have decided to give what is happening in Nigeria a particular coloration. We can end the killings now. Let us do it now. And yes, we can.
A lot of rhetorics are flying around the space from our political leaders, and I wonder why they are paying more attention now. Is it because was it because the United States have interest? Because when you are classified as a country of particular concern, simply implies that you've been tolerating this insecurity in your country, human rights has been abused in your country, and you're not doing anything about it. When you see us negotiate with terrorists and showing Ashwebi for those who kill our officers and men, it's a country of particular concern. When you pardon those who kill our soldiers, those who kill our brave officers, government security forces, who sworn an oath to protect the territorial integrity of Nigeria, and you pardon them in the essence of repentant terrorists, that is a state of concern. If you also negotiate with terrorists, negotiate with bandits, you are a country of particular concern because you don't need to play with anything that has to do with human lives.
Mr. Osaji Dixon, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me here, Daniel.
It's good to have you back. So let's dive straight into it. A lot of people are on the divide on this issue. Since President Trump's tweets came out, people are beginning to pay more attention to the alleged Christian genocide, in the Middle Belt and all of the killings that has been happening in this country. Other people are also of the opinion that there is a Western agenda and we must by all means protect the sovereignty of this country. What are your thoughts on the issue?
Well, today was a busy day on various platforms, engaging with professional minds and also trying to, analyze the tweet of the President of the United States of America, which has gone viral and also has, placed Nigeria once again in a negative limelight. From time immemorial, we're always placed on negative limelight due to the high speed of insecurity, terrorism, insurgency, banditry, and these killings of Christians, like the genocide issues. Most people have the school of thought that both Christians and Muslims are also being killed. And I know strongly that majority of Christian genocide has been taking place. A lot of genocide has been taking place in Nigeria from time immemorial. Not within this administration, not within the last administration. Christian genocide has been taking place for a very long time. You know,
sorry to butt you in. You know, I think that's also a very strong debate. You know, when people say
that's what I'm,
Christian genocide, and then other people say, but Muslims are also being killed. Some people might want to also argue that the people doing this, what religion are they?
Exactly, that's what I want to learn. That's my point, because some people say